you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave alone.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you?
How'd you like to wake up to that every day? So, these are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. This is Cynthia Ortiz. It is the 23rd of November, 2021. This is Tuesday, and I'm going to do the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been convicted in court yet. Apply the but-for standard. We are trying to establish mens rea, malicious intent, and aforethought. And apply the reasonable person standard. What would any reasonable person do in my situation and hers? Document, 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 and document, right? For the record, it's duly noted. Also, we assert all constitutional rights. We assert equal protection, Mr. Misogynist, gender bias. We assert, misogyny is as bad as racism. Do you guys not know that? Back over there in, hillbilly land where you live, podunk nowhere, Texas. It's very, very offensive conduct to have some sort of bias, racism, bias, gender bias, all the same, and discrimination, that type of thing. We also assert the First Amendment right to say what we think, Mr. Powell. It's not illegal to think a guy that was found guilty in court because some key testimony was intentionally kept from the jury, to think he may be innocent. What if it was you, Mr. Powell? You made a lot of phone calls and you caused a man to be sitting in prison right now that should not be sitting in prison. He's a police officer. I come from police officers, 3 generations. We have each other's back more than you think. So, I don't know Mike Neely. I met him one time. I met him briefly, maybe twice. I'm not even sure. Him and Lucky came into my work. Mike got up and went to the bathroom while I talked to Lucky. I got called up onto stage. Mike came out of the bathroom. They left. He asked me about a forged marriage license. And he asked me about, he told me that he had been arguing with y'all about taking my money. So, is that why you killed him? I mean, you had 3 options for responses to my accusations that you did that, because I had just filed a vandalism complaint with Manford Police. 6 days later, Lucky's dead. I get a text. How did you know Mike had to be begged to go to Pensacola? So, Mr. Perry, you have a choice. You're no different than the TikTok Stalker. You're no different at all. And I understand this morning y'all are all my guys are like, they're getting desperate. They want you to leave Oklahoma. They're going to try to force you to leave Oklahoma. They're desperate. They think if you change your location, that'll change us. It's not going to change us. These people are delusional. So, let me tell you something. This guy, this TikTok Stalker guy, Mr. Perry, you're no different than him. You're not one bit different than him. You're the same. So, there was a couple of people that you guys mistreated in Lubbock. Tommy Tuberville was one of them. We heard rumblings. I mean, I worked with those guys. They did not like Lubbock. I didn't either. It's like Iraq. Slavery, bondage, conform, or we'll hurt you. No. So, guess what he does? He leaves and doesn't even dignify you guys with a goodbye. He was at a recruiting dinner. The recruits thought he went to the bathroom. He left. I left. You're pathetic. You're a pathetic nobody. You always, you don't decide where I live. None of you. You don't make those decisions. You're butting in. Nobody asked you what you think. Nobody asked you what you think. I'm going to tell you who we care what they think. The Neelys and the Millers and every man, every woman and child who had to do without because you took their money and you used their body to make a profit against their will and without their knowledge. I saw the look on my son's face when you did something similar to me. The fear, the hurt. You're doing that to John Neely. That's who I hurt for. There's a little girl. I know how I feel about my granddad. I wish he was here. I have a lot to tell him. I had preparation. When he died, he was sick. They did not get that chance. They did not have that opportunity. I got to write my letter, a letter to my granddad, and tell him how much he meant to me before he died. She didn't get to do that. There's a little girl walking in mom and dad's bedroom, sitting on dad's side of the bed so she can feel close to him. I promise you she does that. I did that. I did that with granddad. There's a little girl walking in that bedroom, sitting down, wishing she could call her dad. She has a lot to say. And you robbed her of that, and you did not have that right. So let me tell you something, Mr. Perry, and Mr. Powell, the only people that matter what they think is them. You had 3 responses that you could have given to my accusations, because I did know Officer Neely was drugged before anybody else said it, and you know that. You don't know how I know, but you know I know that. I emailed the Florida State's attorney and said, you got the wrong guy. And the right guy is out killing still, by the way. He's still out there hurting people. Now we got more victims. He's tried to kill me 2 and 3 times since then. By the grace of God, I'm still here. Wasn't my day. Because victims need a voice, Mr. Powell, and you don't get to make any kind of interference with that at all. You don't. You do not have the right to slander and besmirch me. And I understand when I tweeted the governor about my belief that Michael Neely is a victim of attempted murder and fraud upon a court. And you call up here and you want me checked on, and the guy's all confused. What am I doing here? Is this cybercrime or crisis management? I mean, I'm not seeing the problem. She's expressing doubt in the fairness of his trial, and he's a police officer, by the way. Why is this a problem? I'm not getting what the problem is. I don't even know what to do here. Mr. Powell, O.J. Simpson was found guilty in a court of law in a wrongful death suit, civil suit. He was found not guilty in a criminal suit. Which jury is it, sir? In your professional opinion as a doctor, which group should go to the hospital? See, you're practicing medicine without a license and making a diagnosis without examining a patient, and that's illegal. You don't get to make those kind of phone calls, sir. Our police in Oklahoma are paid by us. They have a roof over their head, they have food on their table, they have a car in their driveway because we pay for that. And we pay for their protection. And you don't interfere, and you don't obstruct justice, and you don't butt in where you're not asked. I do know that there's a local PD up here that was complaining. Charles and Powell walk up in here, Perry and Powell walk up in here and act like they own this place. Treat us like shit, like we're their little bitches. They order us around, they treat us like crap. We get threatened. We get threatened if we don't do what they say. We're gonna get fired. We're sick of it. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. You do not have that right. They work for us, not you. Our laws in Oklahoma are to protect us. You get out of Oklahoma and you stay out. Mr. Perry, you're just pissing everybody off. Do you want to have another day that all you do is sit around and do nothing more than a 1-year-old little girl can do? Sitting there watching TV, pretending. Playing with little girl toys like a doll and a unicorn and your little girl toys, and bother and harass, just like the TikTok guy, the TikTok Stalker. He'll forever be known as the TikTok Stalker. That girl is not going to go on a date with that fuck. Is she? He's breaking the law. So are you. You're worse because you have a peeping Tom problem. See, you're not even a cool criminal like Ocean's 11, do some art heist or, millions of dollars you finagle out of a casino or something. You're not even a cool criminal. You're a sex pervert weirdo criminal. You're pathetic. You're absolutely a pathetic nothing. You mistreat Mr. Coach Tuberville. You mistreat Jody Arrington, and guess where they are? They're in D.C. right now. United States Congressman, United States Senator, and you're not. And I'm going to tell you, that world is a different playing field than state politics. I didn't do state. I did federal. It's hardball. That's, if you were a power guy, you'd be doing what power guys do. Work. Go work. Go see your constituents. Go be with your family. Go do normal things normal people do. Do things power guys do. And it's not sit around and do the same thing a 1-year-old little girl can do. I say it one time, Perry. And I'm done with you if it takes more than that. You're not even in my league. One time. That's it. I don't say it more than that. Where I live, what I drive, where I work doesn't concern you. It's none of your business. Nobody asked you. You are not asked. You are not asked, sir. So on the Rittenhouse thing, too. So some people are very upset that he was acquitted. Some people are very happy that he was acquitted. Mr. Powell, which of those groups, in your opinion, needs to go to the hospital? Mental hospital? Don't fucking call up here again and slander me. This is your foreseeability right here. You're going to get sued for that. Every time you called and lied about me. Every time you called and made, wanted some cop to harass me. A lot of them didn't want to do it. 2 of them in 2015 told me we were asked to just find some way to arrest you, and we said no. That's not why we signed up to be police. I wrote the U.S. Attorney a letter as a result. Don't fuck with me, Perry. You don't decide where I live. You do not make any decisions for me, ever. You're a butt-in. You're a wannabe butt-in and nothing better than that. There will never be a date. You're a 10-year reject. I don't like you. I don't feel anything for you but disgusted. You disgust and repulse me. Guys who are working don't need a lie and they don't need a cover-up, Mr. Perry. And they can get a date. Because women are turned on by men who work hard and they're successful and good at their job. And you're not that. You're just a pest. You're just a wannabe. You're just a butt-in. You just bother everybody. This is a good overview of my work product. And I work with a power team, Mr. Perry, who, we only have to say it once. One time is all I have to say it. Sometimes they even finish my sentences for me. All this here, sir, that's a lot of work. This whole blog goes back to 2015 or something? It's got time after time after time after time. You were caught trying to plan a crime against me. These are the laws. These are the case laws. You're violating the law. You're breaking the law. I care about what the Neelys feel. I care about what the Millers feel. What you're putting them through. I hate you for what you've done to Mike Neely and his family. I hate you for it. I will never forgive you for that. I will never forgive you for that. I care what they think, how they feel, what they're going through. I know what that's like. Mine wasn't near as bad, and mine was bad. You did the same thing to me. You tried to kill me, and when that didn't work, you did a false arrest, and you lied in a court of law. And you did the same thing to him. You caused a lie to be put before that jury, and he was found guilty for something he did not do. And you had 3 options on how to respond to my accusations. 1, do nothing. 2, do nothing and just be dismissive. Yep, well, we didn't do it, so I'm not even going to comment. I'm not even going to dignify it with a response. 2, come out and say she's got a point. He did not have the injuries consistent with the fight. She did say he was drugged 2 months, 3 months before anybody else said it. Somehow, someone got that information to her. But it wasn't me, so we're going to find out who did it. We support police. We don't want to cause suffering for another person. If he didn't do it, let's find out who did, but it wasn't me. Or harass me and harass me and harass me and try to figure out how to get me out of Oklahoma and try to take all my money and try to starve me into your lie and try to force me to, give me your resume. I'm going to force you to Texas. And I'll be dead in a week. And everybody knows that. You want a garage? You want me to, he's typing on my phone. I'm going to get you a house with a garage. You need a garage. Actually, I don't. You need a garage. So what? You can lock it up and I can't leave whenever I want to leave? Then you can, you can do carbon monoxide poisoning and kill me? Golly. I mean, I had a garage at my house in Lubbock. You put water in the gas tank. You tried to ruin my BMW. You got caught. When you guys started fucking with me, that's when you started getting caught. I'm going to say that again, sir, because you're not all there. You have to have things repeated over and over and over. When you started fucking with me, that's when you started getting caught, because you've been a sad little maniac criminal all your life with nothing to define you but your sad little maniac crime. You don't have any kind of, work product that got international news media coverage, and I do. You don't have that. You don't matter to me. You don't matter to anybody. Nobody asked you what you think or how you feel or what you want. You know, and you tell everybody, I'll give her whatever she wants. Tell her I'll give her whatever she wants if she'll do what I say. No, you won't. Let me tell you what I want. You're gone. No more peeping, no more hacking, no more bothering. Gone. You're gone. You're in jail. And then we don't have to deal with this crap anymore. Because you're the source of sadness and hardship and hurt and agony and stress and anxiety for a whole lot of people. We're all sick of you. We're sick of having to deal with that. And once you're gone, that's gone. It's not that hard to get what you just said. It gets easier by the day. You will never be any better than the TikTok Stalker, trailer park trash, nothing, pathetic nobody, a wannabe butt-in. Never will you be anything better, and you have a choice today. You gonna act like that all day again today? If he didn't do that, she wouldn't have that video. If he left her alone, she wouldn't have that video. If you had left me alone, I wouldn't have all this, Mr. Perry. And we've got a lot of evidence that you're a sick little nutty something pervert, sex weirdo, bad criminal, serial killer. 3 or more people, Mr. Perry. 3 or more people. Makes you serial. I'm the one that is working with a power team to put a stop to your crime. You seem to forget who it is you're talking to. Get the fuck out of my life. Get out of it. You do not have a choice. We think it is hysterical you think you do. Mr. Powell, don't you ever again call up here and ask TPD to intimidate me for you. Because you don't like what I just said. You tell me, sir, where's your medical license? What gives you the right to make a decision? You haven't talked to me. You don't know me. Who needs to be in a mental hospital? The jury in OJ's trial that found him guilty, or the one that acquitted him? The Rittenhouse. The people that are glad he was acquitted, or the people that are upset about it? Which group needs to go to, you know, the funny farm, in your professional medical opinion, Mr. Powell? Don't you slander me again. I will be suing you. You will get sued again. Remember who it is you're talking to, sir. Remember who it is you're talking to. Do not, Charles, ever again sit down and try to plan my life out. It isn't your business any more than the TikTok stalkers. It's, you know, the TikTok guy, weirdo, chasing that chick. What she's wearing, not his business. Nobody asked him what he thought. You're the same. You are no better than him. You are no better than him. Now, get the fuck out of my life and do not contact me again. When you do, we get more of this, weirdo. Everybody wants you gone. Everybody wants you gone. Listen to the words. Respond properly. Type in, hi, I can see you. I win. I can see you. That is not the proper response, sir. That's just more weirdo. You're a bizarre bore. Get the fuck out of my life. Get the fuck out of it. I care about the victims. I care about the people you hurt. No one likes to watch one person hurt another. I don't like what you're doing to the Neelys. I don't. I hate you for it. I can't believe you guys did that to him. I can't believe you did that to him. Had the jury heard what I had to say, everybody knows he would not be in jail right now. It's about to be Christmas. I fucking hate you people for what you've done to him. He's a police officer. Mr. Powell, you don't have the right to rob him of his future. You're the one that made the phone calls to the attorneys. Don't let her testify. I got my own lie over here in this court in Lubbock that I got to try to perpetrate upon this court about her harassing. Is that what you did? You don't have the right, sir. Coercion. Witness tampering. RICO violation after RICO violation after RICO violation. Get a fucking life and get out of mine. And get out of the Neelys and get out of the Millers. You needed a lie. You're robbing his future. I'm not happy about it. Nobody is. I have the right to say what I think. You don't have the right to silence victims, Mr. Powell. Mr. Perry, you're not the victim. The but-for standard, were it not for you stalking, I wouldn't be doing the same thing as the TikTok girl. Documenting and documenting and documenting and documenting. And I have a lot of help. And you don't know who that help is, but you're sure pissing us all off. You need to remember who it is you're talking to. Do not plan anything for me again. Do not call up here and slander me again, Mr. Powell. Do not call up here and ask Tulsa police to harass me for you or intimidate me for you. You don't have that right. You don't have the right to a lie or a cover-up. Perry, I'm not going anywhere with you, sir. You are a reject. I left 8 years ago. 8 years ago. You are not a power guy. Power guys are busy working right now. I promise you, Senator Tuberville and Congressman Arrington are not doing what you're doing. Every 1-year-old little girl in America is. Federal politics, hardball, sir. It's a different playing ground than state. That's the world I lived in. That's the world I worked in. I grew up in the home of an elected official. My family was the power where I grew up. So I'm groomed for that all my life. And you have no idea what that is. You're groomed for trailer park, clearly. You have a choice, rise above it or not. Get the fuck off me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Get a life and get out of mine. Thank you.